Assalamu alaikum, dear students of class 7th. My subject is English and the topic is poem Sympathy. It is the fifth poem in your English book, right? So, sympathy we will take today. It is first part, right? So, let us try to throw a little light over the word sympathy. The word sympathy. So, dear students, sympathy means sympathy means feelings. Sympathy means feelings of pity, feelings of pity for someone, for someone else's misfortune, misfortune, right? Or we can say sympathy is an expression, an expression of understanding, expression of understanding, expression of understanding and care. Sympathy means expression of understanding and care for for someone's someone's sufferings, परेशानी, मुसीबत, for someone's sufferings. Sympathy is also a reaction. Sympathy is also a reaction. A reaction. It is also a reaction to the distress, to the distress, right? Pain, etc., etc. Not only this, sympathy, the fact or power of sharing feelings of another. We can write here the fact or power. Sympathy means the fact or sympathy means the power of sharing feelings. The power of sharing the power of sharing feelings of another, of another, right? Not only this, we can also say sympathy means when you feel sorry for someone, when you feel sorry for someone, when you feel sorry for someone who is in pain, who is in bad situation, who is in a pain, in a bad situation, in distress, right? So it means sympathy. This means sympathy. Now let us come to the point. The poem Sympathy. The poem Sympathy. It is written by Charles Mackay. Written by Charles. It is written by Charles Mackay. Mackay. Charles Mackay is writer of this poem Sympathy. Right? You have to remember it. And in this poem, the poet highlights the poet highlights the essence of sympathy, the essence of feelings. I wrote it here. You see? The essence of feelings, the essence of sympathy, essence of sympathy. What sympathy means, what feelings means. Essence of sympathy. Feelings of someone, right? Here the poet says that he was in a great distress. Once it was a time for him that he was in a great distress. Who was in a great distress? It was poet Charles Mackay. Charles Mackay was in a great distress, was in a great pain, lying all alone in a he was in a deep sorrow. He was deeply distressed. He was in a bad situation. He was in a bad situation. Who was in a bad situation, dear students? Charles Mackay, the writer, the poet. So, suddenly, a rich man came. A rich man came. A rich man passed by him. A rich man passed by him. He saw Charles Mackay in a great distress, in a great pain, in a bad situation, deeply distressed. Right? So he immediately, at once, he made his mind. This rich man made his mind. He stopped when he saw Charles Mackay in a great pain. He stopped. He gave him gold. He gave him some money. That means he helped him. When he saw Charles Mackay in a bad situation, when he saw Charles Mackay in deep sorrow, he stopped, he made his mind, and gave him some gold. He gave him some money and left the place. This rich man left the place. After a few days, after a few days, when the poet Charles Mackay came out of grief, came out of grief, or came back in a good situation, in a good situation. That means he recovered. He came over all these sufferings. He came out of these sufferings, out of this grief, out of this sorrow, out of this distress. When he became in a good position, when he came into a good position, when he came back into a good position, he too made his mind. He too made his mind. Who? Charles Mackay. When Charles Mackay came out of this grief, when Charles Mackay came out of the fan, when Charles Mackay came out of that distress, he made his mind and he went to that rich man. He went to that rich man. He went to that rich man and returned all the money. And he returned all the money and gave back all the money to that rich man. To that rich man. Who gave him the money back? Who gave all the riches back? Who gave the gold back to the rich man? Charles Mackay. Charles Mackay. Because now he was all okay. So he made his mind and he returned all his amount, he returned all his gold, he returned all his riches back. He returned all these to that rich man, to that rich man, because he had this rich man had given him earlier that helped him with gold, with money. So in turn he gave it back. The poet gave it back. Not only this, he thanked him. Charles Mackay thanked. Charles Mackay thanked. Charles Mackay thanked the rich man for his help in distress, for his help in pain, for his help in sorrow, for his help in bad situation. Because Charles Mackay was in bad situation. So he thanked him for his charity, for his help. So now here he did one thing. He erected his head. He erected his head or kept his head erected. Kept his head erected. Kept his head erected and left back to his home. Who? Charles Mackay. When he gave him back all the money, all the gold, all the charity that he had received from the rich man, from the rich man. So dear students, it was all about the first part of the poem Sympathy. I hope you have grasped a bit, picked up a bit, and I think you will go through, I hope you will go through the lesson, poem number 5, Sympathy, right? And you will see yourself what things are being happening there between the rich man and the poet Charles Mackay, right? So it was all about today. Inshallah, tomorrow we will take it a second part because he faces here a poor man too. Who? This Charles Mackay. So we will take it tomorrow. Khuda Hafiz.